Bonafide Hustler here.
College Bigger here.
Raking profit.
Retro aficionado.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Chris, the Bonafide Hustler, coming to you live from the inside of Not So Echo ES office. I'm here in Austin, Texas, and I am a hustler of all goods. This is what I do. I like doing this on the side. Well, it's actually my full-time income now, but I go to, I'm buying and reselling things I find from garage sales, yard sales, thrift shops, pawn shops, all that kind of stuff, and I am throwing it on channels like eBay, Craigslist, Antique Booth, FBA, this and that. Okay, so that's what I'm all about. I reside in Austin, Texas, and I've been doing it for 10 years, and I'm also the author of this wonderful book called Flip That Shh. There we go. So that's who I am. I'm going to pass it on right now. Who are you down there, Mr. College Picker?
I'm CP. I just bought this plastic castle off of Craigslist behind me. Just kidding, but no, I flip stuff on Craigslist, eBay, Amazon. I've been focusing mostly on Amazon and Etsy right now as my two main focuses, but I've done a lot of eBay, Craigslist. Craigslist has been big for me in the past, not so much anymore, but it's still a great avenue. It's a good side income. It's very possible to pull this into a full-time thing, but it's great. I'm in Florida right now. I'm actually on the side of the road pulling Wi-Fi from a McDonald's.
I thought you were supposed to stay away from like kids and stuff.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. Okay, so we got Mr. Rakin next. Hey, hold on real quick. CP, you are also an author now, right?
Yes, technically.
And what is it?
I had just finished a Guitar Hero manuscript talking about everything, the ins and outs of buying and selling those little plastic gold nuggets.
Cool. And I can vouch for you that thing is a completely amazing guide that you should get
Yeah,
your
everyone
hands-on
that's
guys out there.
gotten it so far has given me really good feedback on it, how in-depth it is, and that if you know nothing about video games, that it could still walk you through it to make some good money.
Cool. And then we got Mr. Rakin Profit from YouTube. He's here as well.
What's going on, everybody? My name's Steve. I run a YouTube channel called Raking Profit where I teach people to make money selling just like all these other guys. I'm from Connecticut, full-time seller. Just moved into my brand new office recently, so really excited about that, getting some people working for me. But primarily I sell clothing on eBay. I also sell on Amazon, FBA, Craigslist.
How in-depth it is, and that...
And we've got some background noise. But really excited for another show. Excited to be able to, share some knowledge, help some folks out, and just be a part of the community.
Okay, let's pass that torch on to Mr. Retro. Who are you, Retro?
What's up? Hey guys, I'm Retro aficionado. San Jose, California. I've been doing this since '87, long time. Let's see, don't really have a niche. Just pretty much flip anything that I can get my hands on. Don't have a YouTube channel yet, but it's coming soon, I guarantee it.
What about a walker? Do you have a walker since you're so old and you're in the game for so long?
You can kiss my ass, man. Look.
Okay,
you know what?
man. Okay. It's funny because some people get red stars on eBay and some people get purple stars, and you get a tiny little wheelchair icon.
That's right.
And that's what you get. Okay, so this is the Green Room Hangout number 18, and in this Hangout, what we're trying to accomplish is to let you guys out there know exactly what the Green Room is about. We've been getting so many questions, whether it be our Facebook feeds or it's actually a lot of times in the Green Room Hangout feeds itself. People are asking about the Green Room, what can you expect in there, and this and that. So, in the comment feeds, I'm just taking a brief look right here, right? Every time you see me looking this way, by the way, guys, I'm looking at a separate secondary feed of YouTube comments. So today we're not going to be doing the Google Plus kind of comment stuff. So all the comments I'm going to be reading from are going to be coming from the YouTube page only. So in there, I'm seeing a lot of people. I'm seeing people that are in the Green Room itself. Now, exactly what is the Green Room? You might be asking. If you're very new to this thing, and this is the first Hangout you've made, first of all, congratulations, because it is kind of tough to make a 1-hour thing, right? Across America, people are very busy. They got busy plans, and some people are so proud to make it to one of these Hangouts. So if you're here at the Hangout, you're brand new, welcome. We're going to be talking about some very interesting things today, and not necessarily completely all Green Room related, but mostly Green Room related. And let me just go back to what I was talking about. What is exactly the Green Room? It is a paid Facebook-based subscription group that I run with the 3 people that you see down there on your screen. We are the admins of the room, and we decided about 6 months ago to really have a vision of building a strong, enormous community, and built upon people that are well trusted and well known in YouTube. That even have products that we offer for sale, things that we put our expertise on the line at the Green Room and in those books. And for people that really want to take a next step into the entire hustling, or they want to get introduced into hustling, we saw it as a thing that we wanted to offer out there. We are heavily really invested in the Green Room, time-based, and they're all coming to town here in a second to celebrate basically Green Room stuff, and we're having a big YouTube meetup. But the Green Room is a really awesome community where we take what College Picker's really good at, and he puts a bunch of posts up there on that. We take what Rake and Profit's really good at, put a bunch of posts, and so on down the line. And then people, when they're out there, newbies or experienced hustlers or even intermediate hustlers that have joined the group, if they're stumped on something and they've done their due diligence of researching it, whatever, and they're still stumped, we really play a role in that. We help you guys out. We constantly been writing tips out there on the Green Room, and hey, College Picker, one of the things that when the Green Room first started out, College Picker did put a post in the first week that has, we can't say what this item is, right? But we touch on this subject all the time in Green Room Hangout. This item has been making people hundreds of dollars, right, CP?
Yeah, closer to the half of $1,000 mark than to the $100 mark.
That's right. And so we have that as a simple thing that came out.
One sold for like $450 or something.
Yeah, so that was week one of the Green Room. One of College Picker's posts, right? We're posting things like, in the Green Room about things that we're really good at, and like exactly how can you find it in your town, how you can flip it, and how you can make a ton of money. Raken, for example, he gets a lot of the posts in the Green Room are directed towards Raken because he's a clothing kind of guy. Raken, how does it feel to be, the clothing person that helps people out?
Yeah, man, I love it. It's kind of weird being a guy and then, kind of being I don't know if you want to say a master, because I don't look at myself as a master. I still see myself learning every single day, but it's cool being able to help people. I remember what it was like when I was new, and I was intimidated. I didn't really know what to do, so it feels good to be able to help people and say, yeah, buy that or pass on it, or, focus on this, try not to focus on that because it's not going to sell as much. So I enjoy it, I really do. I love it.
Yep. And then, Yang is one of those people that is really good at FBA, and like his beginnings really started on eBay, and he's well versed in eBay. He just got an antique booth, and he's very well versed on FBA. So any kind of FBA nitty gritty or whatever, sometimes when you go to that actual site on Amazon, when you're a newbie and you're trying to get into FBA, it is so hard. It's difficult. We get a lot of questions coming in about FBA. Yang, you somehow have the ability of knowing exactly where to get information, and I've seen you reposting links here and there, like really helping people out. How do you know so much about it, like the nitty gritty of FBA?
Well, I pay attention to, a lot of attention to detail. Like, when Amazon sends me emails, for instance, I read them. Like, I know a lot of people don't read the emails, and I always tell people, no, read every little detail of the email, because sometimes it contains important information. And I just always, like I said, I'm kind of like Steve, right? I'm not an expert. I don't consider myself an expert. I'm just well educated, man. I'm always going in and just reading the rules changes and everything. So always willing to learn.
Yeah. So, when we formed the Green Room, it was originally me and Yang down there, and it was College Picker, and we formed the Green Room to really take our expertise, what we're really good at, or what we can call ourselves kind of an expert on, right? And throw it forward and really help people out, take them to the next stage, right? But in order to do that, and the time commitment with moderating a room, and a time commitment just to do posts and this and that, that's taking time out of our day too. So we decided, like, what, we really want that kind of hustler elite in the group, and we want, we'll assess a number and we'll pick it, and it'll be a yearly value for the room, like $100 a year will get you in the room, and ask as much as you want, talk as much as you want. And what's crazy is the beginners that came in 2 months ago or whatever are now following processes that, like College Picker, for example, will say, when someone just arbitrarily puts out an item, go, should I pick or pass? And that's all the post says, right? College Picker, religiously will say, what does your research tell you? Where did you find that number? Or, things like that. Really telling people, like, think about that next step. Right? I mean, you're part of the green room, and these people that are beginners in about 2 months are going to become experts in about maybe a year or two, and those are going to be the people also responding to posts, right? It's not just us four responding to posts in the green room. That's the crazy part. It's a community that's interacting within itself. So CP, I mean, I know that's one of your things. Is like we really thrive on educating people out there, right?
Yeah,
And
you
have
can
them
tell
follow
people
the
to buy,
process.
you can tell someone to buy something all day long, but if they don't, like, well, what if they don't find that item? What if it's regional to me? Like, they could never find it. But if they have the tools or become confident, like, I want people to become confident in their decision making, like your own professional judgment. I want people to become confident in that.
Yeah, so I definitely see that as one of the biggest assets of the group, the fact that it's a community atmosphere, and it allows the people within the group, right, not only to network with us, but more importantly to network with each other, which is definitely happening. And honestly, when we first started the room out, we didn't see the networking thing taking off as much as it did. Young, what do you think about, I mean, the networking thing is just crazy, right?
Oh
Sometimes we're
man,
not the first ones on the post anymore, right?
oh my gosh, you know what? I mean, as us four admins, initially, like you were saying, I mean, we were getting bombarded with questions and stuff, but now people are asking other members questions. It's not just us; they're interacting. They're talking, they're asking questions, and that's what I really like because I mean, not only are they learning, I mean, I admit it. Like I said, I don't know everything. I'm learning as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this, I mean, it's just a wealth of information. This is beyond what I even expected.
Cool. And then also, Reagan, I mean, going back to what Young said, there's a lot of people interacting with each other. Now, we just haven't, we don't have newbie or intermediate only kind of people in that green room. Reagan, tell me about some of the people that really stand out to you that you're like, those people are very expert hustlers already. What can you recall in the green room just seeing, or just a couple names that you know that you're like, this person already is like super good at it. He just, or she, just decided to invest in themselves because it's a smart thing to do.
I mean, there's so many people already in there. We're at about what 100 and how many members do we have now? 100 and
or something like
Close to
that.
115 or so.
Yeah.
I mean, there really is a ton of people. I'm not sure if I want to just name a few people. There's a good handful of probably 30 or 40 people who are just doing really, really well in there. And like the other day, there was somebody who was it? I think her name was Sam.
Oh yeah.
She's been posting a lot of different items in there, clothing items, just amazing finds. There was a guy named Aaron in there who actually found a beautiful Orvis sport coat today, and he was asking, is this something that I should buy? Is this good? It was an Orvis jacket with leather elbow patches on it.
What had with the leather elbows, right? I remember seeing that.
Yeah, and he was asking if it was still good because it kind of had like the mesh insides. It was kind of like this weird little lining, and those things go for $80 to $100. So Aaron, he was kicking butt with that Orvis item right there. We got Abby. Isn't Abby and Brock?
Yep.
Yeah.
I did a ride along with them last weekend with Brock himself. Brock is, I'd classify him as the intermediate, almost not beginner hustler anymore, but he started as, he's pretty good.
Those guys are a cool couple, man.
And also one other guy in there, Kelvin. he found a sport coat, a Hart, Schaffner and Marks sport coat, brand new with tags. And I guess he said on the sold listing, some of them were going for upwards to $500-600. So it just proves, I mean, if you get in the game and you start taking action and you start messing around with the processes, I mean, you could start making some really good money, and the community really helps a lot to be able to bounce off your ideas with people who have already done it and are full time and are making it happen. So it's definitely an awesome place.
Yep. And I definitely think people like I'll just shout out some names that they just stick out to me for some reason. I know definitely Brock Parks definitely stand out to me. Abby and Brock Parks. There's also Hart's Motor Company is in there. Ronnie Hart. We also have honestly a beginner one, complete beginner that is just starting to do really well is this guy named Vin Mangone. So he's really good. Who else do we find in there? There's just there's really a wealth of knowledge beyond our own expertise. So now let's go into the comment feed real quick because we got people that are actually in the green room in the comment feed, and we're going to have a Q&A session in the very last 30 minutes of this. So in about 14 minutes, we're going to be just complete Q&A about the green room, great, that's cool. Or other, questions, we'll try to answer them for you. But we're going to go in the comment feed right now and, highlight who's in the comment feed, maybe answer a couple of questions right off the bat. But if you have some specific green room questions, then you definitely put it in there. We'll try to get to them right now. We got some pretty cool people in the feed. We definitely got Mrs. Katie Patton. Who knows about Katie Patton in the feed here? Katie Patton.
Katie Patton.
Well-known YouTuber. Awesome. A.D. Carter the fourth. Golden Picker. So we got a lot of awesome people in here. Mass Pickers is in the house. Orange Elephant 523 is actually in Brock Park.
The Picker Goose.
Yep, Picker Goose is in there. Chris Quiron from Colorado.
Miss Cool Finds. Cool Toads.
Lots of people in here. Okay, so so Orange Elephant 523, who's Brock basically, and Abby, Bonafide Hustler. Of course, Yang knows more. He has been there twice as long as anybody else. Huh. Pretty interesting. Got Mr. Picker, Mrs. or Mr. Picker 399. What's up, guys? Can't wait for the Austin meetup, which is the coffee shop thing. Which, if you guys are tuned in for the very first time here at Green Room Hangout, first of all, we are all getting together in Austin, Texas, in about 2 days. So we're having a coffee shop meetup on Friday. It says, can't wait to get you guys coming up from San Antonio on the 4th. Pretty sweet. Not bad. What else do we guys have here? We got, Cool Toads in there. This Cool Find. So, a lot of people in there. Let me refresh this page. If you guys have a question or anything about the Green Room or anything in general, you can just go throw that up right now. We are going to go through a segment about other Facebook pages that we think are a good source of, what do you call it? A good source of information or value, whether they're paid or not paid, that I just know about. So let's just crack into that segment right now. We'll wait for some more things to come through here. But Yang, what's one site that, or one Facebook page or anything? Maybe you're subscribed to it, maybe you're not, but you know about it. You know it's good. Talk about one right now you know about it. You're like, okay, people out there, you should be part of this too.
Well, I know a Scanner Monkey. That's a really good group. But they're primarily focused on FBA, but I think Chris Green runs that, and he's doing some really good things out over in that group. They're primarily FBA. They're always talking about FBA. So so if you guys want to learn more about FBA, you guys can check out Scanner Monkey as well.
Okay, so
I think Chris Green. I think Chris Green runs Scan Power as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Scan Power.
Maybe I'm wrong, but
he doesn't run.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But Scanner Monkey is a group strictly for FBA, so you guys can join that as well to get some more information and education on how to do how to run an efficient FBA business.
Okay, and that one, Young, is that one paid or is that a free one?
It's a paid subscription.
Okay, paid subscription. What do you know so far? Is it like 100 or what is it?
From what I remember, it's like $99 or maybe even $100 a year.
Okay.
Very similar to.
We're gonna get a lot of feedback from, I think, College Pickers side. Maybe I hear kiddos and stuff.
That was a semi.
Okay. Anyway, so the other part of what we know, like Raken, what's another group that you are kind of familiar with, or you maybe?
Yeah, I got a good one. I got two of them I want to talk about. One of them's a newer one that just popped up. I kind of been helping them promote it a little bit because the guy who's running it just is an awesome guy. His name's Kevin, and he runs the Thrifting Lounge, and that's a free Facebook group that's really good. Also, I really like there's a Facebook group called Stay at Home Moms Selling on eBay.
That's cool.
And you don't have to be a stay-at-home mom to be on there, but it's actually run by a woman named Suzanne A. Wells, who has been in the community and buying and reselling e-commerce for years and years. So she's really awesome. She's got quite a few ebooks and products as well that she offers. So that group is about 14,000 members. It is free, so it might be a little.
14,000? Really?
Yeah, 14,000 members. So it might be a little harder to. Get that one-on-one feel, but I'll tell you right now, Suzanne's awesome. That's a great group to look into as well. Some good information over there.
So yeah, definitely get some good information. Now we got 3 out there that we were recommending to you guys. Hey, College Picker, what do you know about out there? Like any groups that you can say, hey, I think this is
Mine,
an interesting one to be a part of.
mine are gonna stray a little bit from Facebook, if that's okay.
Okay, go for it.
Reddit has some pretty good stuff. There's a group flipping on there, beer money, and I think thrift hauls are they're 3 pretty good subreddits that have a lot of good information. I was reading a lot of stuff on the flipping subreddit, and it's funny enough is that the way I found out about it is one of my old roommates. He's a Reddit lurker. He's constantly reading on Reddit, and he said that somebody mentioned me on there, and I was like, really? I've never even heard of that subreddit. And he said that someone recommended my YouTube channel. I think Steve was mentioned on there as well as you, Chris. We were all mentioned in this subreddit that we're not even a part of. So I just thought
Really?
that was cool that it kind of made a full circle like that. But there is some really good information on there. Reddit's kind of a different interface to get used to, but once you get used to it, that you can find some good stuff, and they're pretty good about it. They just were not very receptive about my Guitar Hero guide when I made a post about that. They were not very receptive about that at all.
Okay, so now you guys out there have heard about 3 Facebook-related groups and 1 that's a Reddit, subreddits or anything Reddit-related that you can find. I've seen one from a rollerblading group that's made rollerblading subreddits or whatever you call them. It's pretty cool because you get all these like rollerblader dudes that are like talking about stuff, and you just have to read the threads and just get educated that way. That's how I remember it, and I actually put forward your channel's name because of that, just so you know. I'm
putting some links in the description as well if you want to check out a few of them. Anybody watching?
All right. I am part of 2 groups that I think are pretty decent. One's they're both paid and they're both free actually. So I'm part of Thrifting with the Boys. I think that's an okay one, right? I'm not gonna say it's good or it's not bad, but it's definitely not bad. I mean, for free, it's gonna expose you to a lot of decent things that people are looking for all across the USA. Sometimes they have brand highlights and this and that, but I think those people ended up getting a TV show, not because of that Facebook page, but because of what they do. So that one's pretty interesting. I think I don't know, there are several thousand members in that group. It's free, right? Thrifting with the Boys. Second one I think is interesting is Lego Investing, which I think is run by Chris Green, right? Somebody? Lego Investing.
That one's Chris.
And that one just kind of gives you an idea of like treating Legos as an actual investment. So like, people buy it to resell it, yeah, but then people buy it to hold it for a while and then resell it. So like, what's the rare ones out there? If you have a mysterious Lego piece that you don't have no idea what it is for, you can put the picture there and then people will totally comment on it. So of course you have to request to be parts of these groups and you have to abide by the rules of every one of these groups. But as long as you don't act like a complete you'll be completely fine, right? But every group, much like ours, has rules. So we thought it would just be fair. Some of the people out there are like, maybe I don't want people to feel like they're pressured to getting into our group in the green room, but we do want to give you guys a glimpse of like kind of how it is to be inside of the group a little bit. But we never want to just shut out all the other groups too and just say like, oh, we're so awesome and whatever. There are definitely options out there for you guys. Why I like the green room, for example, though, is because of the people that you see right in front of you, right? They're good at so many things. There's my dog in the background coming in. Hold on, let me make sure he goes back up. Hold on. Go. Out of the room.
Get out of the room.
I'm getting bit by mosquitoes right now.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right.
Captain.
Okay, where was that? Oh, so what I like about the green room is that I lost my train of thought because I'm keeping on thinking about my dog. Okay. So what I like about it more than anything is that we are. Yeah. We are like CP is really good at electronics, right? Like super good at electronics. He just loves video games. Has his own personal collection that's just huge, and he knows guitar. He knows anything electronic and trend-related electronic kind of stuff, pretty much, and really has an affinity for video games. Which, if you think about it, across America, and you go to any average yard sale or thrift store or whatever, especially a yard or garage sale, you are going to probably find some sort of video games or Guitar Hero stuff, which is crazy. So like, you got to think about it like that. Okay, now we have in the group I think pretty much an expert on that whole thing. Wrote a guide about Guitar Hero. What are you showing us, CP? Talk.
This is my MacBook Air that I bought with a broken screen. I'm going to fix it up and then resell it. Or no, I'm probably going to keep it.
Man, you're crazy. See, he knows all about that kind of stuff. How to, hack something, how to do this, do that. Crazy kid. Then we got Rakin, who is, clothing extraordinaire in pretty much the male segment. Would you say, right, Rakin? He's the
Yeah,
male segment.
yeah.
And he's just really good at that. He's pretty good at bikes, and he's pretty decent at books. So we got someone there for that. You got freaking Young in front of you, right? Who is just master of FBA. Like could walk into any probably Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and wreck shop and show you what to buy on clearance, what not. Could hustle cookies of all things, right? Can hustle freaking cookies on FBA. And is big at like maybe November through January of every year, looking for toy trends and things like that. So I think that's interesting that he's really good at that. He's shown proficiency in years past. Then you got myself, really, really good at bikes, very good at remote control cars, very good at outdoor sportswear, shoes, paddle boards, wakeboards, kayaks. I mean, all that kind of stuff that's outdoor junkie kind of stuff. Love it. With the exception of like golf, football, maybe tennis, but still I can hustle that stuff and I've done it. But my expertise really is in the outdoor segment. So now we have all of that offering in the green room, right? So when you're considering that $100 a year, you got to think about what's the average garage sale look like around my part of the USA, right? Some people don't have it as good as me, CP, Rakin, or Young. But we don't have it as good as some people too, right? We don't have the best garage sale things either. We don't have like the Kentucky one or something around there where it's like 18 miles of garage sale. They said, like in
What?
field stuff, like just insane, crazy stuff. Like so, we don't have it the best either. But what we try to offer in the green room is a kind of a one-stop shop where we don't ever tell you like you need to only do this, only do eBay, only do Amazon, only do this, and only sell on Etsy, and only do Craigslist, and must get an antique booth. We don't ever do that. So, because I firmly believe, and I think I can speak on behalf of everyone here, that an investment, you have to treat this like you have to treat your business as investments, right? You're not just going to take all your money and throw it to Apple, right? And go, okay, sweet. Well, I hope Apple goes up, right? That's not good. You want to probably diversify and go.
By 7.
Yeah, you put it into some Apple, maybe some Facebook. You're going to throw it into maybe a little McDonald's, maybe some Pepsi.
Twitter,
and then
man,
you
it's
might buy
on fire.
Philip Morris. Yeah, and then you might buy Philip Morris just in case the economy turns to, you know what? Hey, Philip Morris will probably go up. So, you got to treat your business like that as well. When you're thinking about these channels that you want to go into, you don't just go, I'm going to do everything into the antique booth. You got to go antique booth. What if there's a slow season, a slow, month? Maybe they're closed. Maybe a truck hits the front door and it's closed for like 3 weeks. There's all kinds of things that have happened in this town that are so weird. But anyway, and a truck has hit my antique booth before. So just so you know, a guy came crashing through it. You got to think about those things, right? FBA regulations even down to today, right, Young?
Oh yeah.
Regulations on toys today.
Yep.
And
Yep. No. Yeah. FBA just sent out Amazon sent out an email to other FBA merchants, just basically a guideline of how we should go about selling toys this fourth quarter. So, and that's kind of going back to what I said earlier was always read the emails because they contain a lot of information.
Yeah, exactly, and you're totally on top of that. But that's just it's an example of like, okay, and Reagan and I were kind of talking about this before the call. But if you have everything into FBA, for example, let's just say, for example, it was like toy related, or let's say that majority of your business was made at the tail end of the year, and you were spotting toy trends and trying to crush toy trends, right? Well, apparently, Young, this announcement that came out today really scares some people, right? If you're a toy seller, right, mostly in the latter part of the year, you're going to be kind of worried at this point, right?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really an email scaring people. It just basically said, you have to have
criteria.
Yeah, it just basically gave you like some criterias, and you had to meet certain qualifications. So basically, they were just saying, start getting into it now, basically before the fourth quarter comes.
Yeah. So, but basically, it's more rules and regulations, right?
Yeah, Amazon has a lot of more strict rules compared to eBay.
Okay.
And I think that's what scares a lot of people. People are like, oh, I don't want to mess with Amazon because they're so strict. I admit they are strict, but don't let that not make you want to join FBA because it's once you do it, it's easy. Just follow the rules, keep up with the rules. You'll be fine.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we talk about in the green room. When someone's like inquiring about FBA, should I go forward with FBA? I
Yeah.
hate eBay, but should I go partner with eBay? We always encourage people to partner up, but we never tell people go do everything in that one channel. I just don't believe in putting everything in one channel. I just don't think it's a good idea. Whether it's eBay, Antique Booth, Craigslist, whatever, it's just not. So we have all been well versed in just about every channel down to Etsy, and I think it's one of those things that's a pretty decent thing that we can offer out of the green room when someone joins. It's like you get exposed to that kind of atmosphere where we're not telling you, like, we'll give you suggestions on where your item should go and where it's going to get you more money, but we're not ever going to tell you, like, you need to put all your business here, you need to put all your business here. We're all about diversification. It's very smart to be like that. Also, so let's go into there's so many people in the comment feed. I really think we need to get in there and start answering some of these questions. And I'm going to answer one that I saw about 15 minutes ago. One said, and it's a green room question, so where's the link to the green room? That's a great one. So the link to the green room is basically in every one of my videos in the past 2 months, and it's in every green room. Yeah, it's every green room video that I have put on my channel or Raken's. It's in the not comment feed, but the description box. Just look in there, it'll show you the Facebook group / El Cuarto Verde is basically, it's like a Spanish green room, but it's a Spanish green room code. What else do we have? We got some. There's another one here. Here we go. Drew Boyd, when will you accept monthly payments for the green room? Okay, so that's another question we get very often on a weekly basis.
We've been asked that before, and it's just, that's something that we thought about, and we almost, decided to do it. But the problem with that is, as us 4 people, that's a lot of admin work. Every time, every month, we have to go in and do the admin work, and it's just hard to run the group, and then try and keep up with the payments and all that. Who's behind on payments and who's not. That's a lot of work. We rather have people pay up front. And if you think about, a lot of people say, well, $100 is a lot of money, and I agree, it is a lot of money. But if you break it down into 12 months, that's $8.33 a month. People spend more money drinking booze in one night. So, in my opinion, $8.33 is nothing. That's just me, though. I mean.
That's true. That is another comment.
I spend $50 in one night on drinks. So.
Is it water? You can get free water all over the place, Young.
I know, right?
No, what I was going to say is, yeah, you're right. You broke it down like that. That's another common question that we get. But the monthly question is a lot. We might get it one day if we can automate it through this thing that we're working on. I'll tell you about one of the next steps of the green room probably in about 10 minutes.
Can I interject?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, like they were saying, we don't want to do really monthly payments. We don't want to be bill collectors. We want to be information providers. And another reason why it is a paid program, or it's not really a program, like a paid service, is because having it paid keeps the trolls out, and we don't have to do as much moderating. We don't want to be moderators. We don't want to be bill collectors. We want to be information providers and teachers and helpers.
Yeah, that's really well put. That's really what I was going to say, but then Young started shouting and got me all off track. No, I'm just kidding.
One thing I'd like to mention too is, we mentioned a lot of really good Facebook groups, and they're awesome. In the free Facebook groups, it's a great resource, but I've noticed in a lot of the free Facebook groups, there's a lot of negativity, there's fights, there's arguments, there's a lot of moderators coming in and out, and, the good thing about the green room is, and not all of them are like that, it happens once in a while, it's normal, there's always a few bad apples, but, when you pay money and you put yourself out there, you're going to find the best of the best people, the positive people, the serious people, the ones that really want to make it happen. And when you get really good people like that together, it just forms a really cool community.
Yeah, that's true. I'm real big on investing in yourself. So if you're going to put the $100 forward kind of thing, I mean, you really ought to be committed to a group where we really discourage people from just arbitrarily just snapping a picture of something going, what is this? Or snapping a picture of something and going, how much can I give for this, right? Not even looking up on their phone. Just we really try to teach people very good things that
process.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're a member for like 1 year, you'll be like, I learned a lot in that year. That was awesome.
Right.
This is what I'm supposed to do here. This is what I'm supposed to do here. This is the reason why a golden hour on garage selling is so important. This is the reason why I need to make a list. It's those kind of things, and there's so much more than that. I mean, that's
Yeah,
really just like the tip of the iceberg. We really want
and I,
people to be smart about their business, and we realize we really urge people. We help them, yes, but we don't want to be helping people forever. We want to help them to help themselves, right? Because if
yeah,
you know where the knowledge is, then you can access it freely. If we're just the knowledge base and you're just being lazy, some people get kind of lazy. In other groups that I've seen, I'm just like, man, it's like the people have no motivation
No
to
drive.
actually, yeah, there's no drive to even learn a process to
right.
make a whole lot of money.
And that just and I just want to say one more thing about that is by us charging people, you know we're holding you guys accountable for your own actions, right? I mean, like when I first met Chris, it was back in December. I drove from California all the way to San Antonio because my best friend in San Antonio, wanted to learn the business of being a reseller. I spent my own money, my own time and money, driving out to San Antonio so I can teach my friend the business of being a reseller. By the time I got there, I taught him. He was like, "No, this ain't for me." That was a waste of my time.
Wow.
Yeah, what's crazy about that is like I didn't even know you were a pretty experienced dude when it came to like eBay or FBA. I had no clue. I was just like, oh,
Right.
someone wants to, talk about reselling, and it'd be sweet if
Someone forgot their shoes.
Anyway, so so Young came down, and I thought he was just like a newbie dude that just wanted to learn some stuff. But man, Young's super experienced, and he knew exactly what was going on in these certain things, right? Doesn't know much about the bikes part or anything like that, and that's why we come together as a room to teach each other stuff. We learn from each other. Like if it was just us four in the room, we would learn so much because we're constantly posting. But the fact that the community now is teaching us different things, like Rakin said earlier, this Sam girl is basically like a female Rakin, right? That's how I'm going to say it. She's like a female version of Rakin, spotting the coolest female stuff.
Oh my
and,
gosh,
putting forward these great pictures and showing us like this is what it's sold for. This is Juicy Couture this, and we're like, wow, like never knew, like women's jeans, like just random stuff. And then she gets stumped when it comes to like men's things, and that's where we help her, and we help her with all kinds of other things. But for what she knows, it's like she realizes it's like she could have very well she could have been silent, right, and just behind the scenes and just watching all the posts, but she's contributing, and we see that as something. It's not. We put it as a requirement, yes, but I don't think our people will read the rules anyway. I think they just post because they realize the community is giving back. It's like a circle effect, and everyone's giving to each other, that they feel like, okay, I had a great score this past week. I need to put that forward because that's awesome green room stuff. I want, seconds and minutes, people are just commenting on whatever you found. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, so that's an interesting thing. But I have noticed that in other groups that, I'm not going to name any, right? And there's so many more than the ones I just talked about, but there's some other groups where I'm like, yeah, it's like they're not really taking the initiative to tell the people to get better, right? It just doesn't make any sense sometimes.
I guarantee
so people
you,
get
there's no
I just
other
think people
post.
get lazy, and I don't like that.
There's no other posts in another group that goes into as detailed as I did with one item.
Dude, no joke, man. No joke. I remember that item. I'm still looking for it right now. I have an alert on my phone for that item.
I have not found one yet.
A bunch of people have. I've done, I think, like 7 of them.
You want to hear something really funny? Here's something really funny, right? Okay, so you posted this item, right? We can't tell you what it is, but you posted this item in the green room that has made people all over the USA money, those that can find it. Okay, so me, naturally, I was like, well, I'm not going to search every hour of every day for this item. So I do what Smart Bonafide does, and I got up my app for Craigslist, and I programmed it in the app. So if it shows up locally in Craigslist anywhere in the next, this town and 5 towns around me, I will be notified, and I will, I'll be able to call the person, get it, and then do what CP said, and put it on this channel, and then make money. Okay, so I put my app, set the notification and everything. And the crazy part is, I saw a post in the green room saying, "Oh, look, I'm about to meet someone in an hour for this item," and I was like, "Wait a minute, that post is coming from a lady that's here in my town." And I'm like, "Well, how do you... No, swear, dude." Like, this person had checked their phone faster than I checked my phone, and that's the kind of drive we have in the green room. We got some smart people in there, man. Like, they beat me to a Craigslist alert, which is nuts. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, only in the green room this would have had. This is pretty cool. So I was proud of that. That was pretty awesome because it was exactly what College Picker had said to look for. It was the exact item. So enough talking about that. But that's just an interesting thing about the green room. We're trying to build superstar people out of it, basically.
We've got one person in the green room right now. They posted their numbers, and I'm not going to mention their name, but I think they did almost $9,000 this month on eBay, primarily clothing. Yeah, so we got some.
I didn't read that post, but I will thumb it up if I see it.
Yeah, I must have missed that. I mean, but not just that. I mean, there was and I mentioned him last time, but there was a guy in our group. I think he was like 1 or 2 months into FBA, and the guy sold like over 200 items, and I'm like, I never even touched that number when I first started. It just blew my mind. I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah, I remember that person.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember. I don't know if you guys remember this post, but there was one where they got there was a member that said his marriage got better.
I vaguely remember that. I don't remember who it was. I do remember that. Yeah, that was funny.
He said his marriage has been going better since joining the group. And now that tickled me. I think that was awesome.
Join the green room.
Oh no! You know what it was? You know what? I remember now because he was saying that every time his wife like needed milk or something, he like offered to like leave the house and get it so he can go hit up the thrift stores too.
Yeah. No, that was it. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did it take you so long to get back with the milk?
I know. I thought you were getting milk. He comes back with like 2 bags full of Goodwill items.
It's pretty smart, though. I mean, if you're going to go out for anything, I mean, Andrew Picking Profits is a very big proponent to or a supporter of this kind of mentality. If you're going to go out for anything, right, whether it be milk or whatever, you better go out and take your packages with you, drop them at the post office, go out there and get food, come back, because really, for him, for example, it's more of like a home-based business. That guy is like hustling 150 to 200 books at one pull, like one place. It's called a fill-up bag. But anyway, I watched this video.
He's filled up his whole car. He's put like 1,000
Dude, that guy's nuts, man. That guy's completely crazy. Oh, actually, I think he's starting. I don't know if he's starting his own group, whatever. We'll support him as well. He's been on the Green Room Hangout too. But we'll support Picking Profits on his next endeavor, which I believe is sort of like a show. He's got a show going, kind of like this one. I know it's coming out, or it has been out already. We have one episode. And I saw it on my Facebook feed. So just know if you see anything from Picking Profits, Andrew, yeah, you better listen up. That guy definitely knows business when it comes to books or antiques, glassware, mugs, all that kind of stuff.
I went hustling with him. We hit some thrift stores, and he filled up his car pretty quick.
That guy's crazy, man. I'm telling you, when it comes to books, there's no one else that you guys should be listening to about books. Well, that's not true, but like he just knows his stuff when it comes to books.
Yeah, he's really good. He's got quite a few different tools, and he's got his own strategy, and he does it a little different than the masses, and I think that's why he's so successful. He's very creative, so.
Yeah, so here's something, guys, coming from inside the green room. Okay, here goes Malu Jimmy right here, and he's part of the green room. But the $100 may seem like a lot, but if you follow the posts, you should be able to make the money back in a month or two. Even if you are an experienced picker, you're going to learn something that will put cash in your pocket. Awesome. Okay, so Picker399 says, if not monthly payments, how about maybe 2 or 3 payments for the total? Okay, so, at this point I'm going to chime in a little bit on this one because I'll let you guys know in on where kind of the green room is headed because some people might not know what we're trying to get this thing. So we have the green room, which is the community aspect, right? We have the 4 admins you see here on the screen that are running the thing. So within the green room, it's a community. So we're not posting heavily every single day. So I hope that's not coming across as what we're doing. We are, chiming in where we can, right, where we think we should.
And there are good posts made already because this is going for almost 6 months.
Yeah, there were great posts that you can go backtracking, take a look at everything. There's a search function, so if you were like, okay, I want to search about video games, I mean, God, the first person that comes to my mind would be College Picker and Aaron Goatley. I mean, Aaron Goatley, that ever-evolving list that he's putting out with the games to look for, I mean,
Yeah,
just
it's some really good ones.
stellar people in the green room just putting contributions that it's almost like they can make their own video game guide, but they're just putting it there for free. Okay, so we have that. That's a part of the green room that you have. You have an almost direct line to us. I mean, let's face it. We're going to put priority on anybody that communicates to us via the green room versus our own personal Facebooks. We also have the discounts on our goods. When they first come out, we give discounts to the people in the green room first. College Picker's guide, when it came out, he didn't give a discount on his guide to people in the green room. He just gave his guide to the people in the green room, and it's there as a actual resource, right?
Oh yeah, it's up there right now. Anyone can download it from there.
So College Picker is giving that for free in the green room. So I mean, value assessment huge, pretty much on that. Especially if you go to garage sales, yard sales, and stuff, you're going to see the stuff from this Guitar Hero manual. I guarantee you, and he'll tell you exactly how to hustle it. So we have that going on. Now, what does the future of the green room look like? That's kind of an interesting question, and I'm pretty sure someone's going to ask that here pretty soon. So we'll just tell you. The green room is going to be undergoing a attempt at an astronomical leap. So I'll put it like that. We are attempting to really take this thing to the stratosphere, and we've partnered up with a how do I say it? We've partnered up with a very good net guy, net promotion guy, and a net website builder kind of guy. Who also runs very successful websites in the estate selling and garage selling business. So he knows about the trade, knows how to do it, knows how to execute it, knows how to write code, all that stuff. So heading in that direction. We partnered up with him. Agreements are going to be drawn up pretty soon, and we've already gone to Wells Fargo and opened up an actual business account because of the green room. So is the green room even going to be called the green room when it's all like this completely different thing? Good question. We don't know yet. It might be called something completely different. Huh?
Maybe not. Who knows?
Yeah, that's right. Maybe not. It's going to go through some beta testing with marketing and everything like that, and we're going to figure out what to call the thing. What should we call it? This, whatever rings the best when it comes to our beta testing. We're going to be picking that name. What happens to existing members in the green room? Pretty much grandfathered into whatever deal is going on that year. Will prices go up in the green room? We are going to probably enter a tiered approach on a website that will, and I won't say any more than that. There's going to be a tiered approach to it, so you can enter at a lower level, a medium level, or maybe a complete executive higher level. So that's in the talks. And then we are going to. The other question might be like, how much longer are we going to do green room hangouts, podcast, whatever you call them, these things? That's undecided. We're going to keep going until we need to, but there's another part of our plan that we have coming up, and we can't really spoil it for you, but. I think it'll be very interesting. So green room is definitely heading places. We're not just going to keep it a static thing what it is now, which it's still amazing already, even in like static mode what it is.
Yeah, the website's going to help pull some posts and like sort stuff a lot better too.
Right. We're going to have code built to where it's pulling posts that doesn't really abide with standards or whatever. There's going to be a place to post directly off the website, which will feed off Facebook. It's going to be kind of interesting. So that's where the green room is headed. That's just a gist of some of the things that we have already been putting into effect. And I think it's a wonderful place to be. I go in there and we talk to the people every single morning. You know, whenever I'm sitting somewhere, so in a waiting room, getting an oil change, I'm in the green room talking to people about their post, making sure that there's any post directed towards me, I'm like responding to it. Any post that doesn't involve me, I'm looking at it to make sure that if my 2 cents are worthy and will affect in a positive way the post, then I'm putting it in there.
Or tag somebody else to see if they can see it.
That's right. Or I'm tagging someone else to make sure that they see the thing immediately. Raykin, you got any 2 cents about the green room and where it is right now? Like, what do you think? Any more maybe benefits that I missed on there?
Well, one thing that I really wanted to do in the future is, you know, with Facebook, it's awesome, but it's kind of hard sometimes to find content that's been posted at times, sometimes. And with a website, one thing I really wanted to do was have like an exclusive place for videos and bonus content and maybe courses that we create that we even give away for free. I know we kind of talked about that. So I like where the green room's going. It's going to be a place where we can interact more content given, more value given, more assistance.
Organization.
Yep, more organization, just a lot more. It's all about delivering the content that helps folks out most in a more easier manner. That's really what we're trying to do, and just give more value. So I'm excited for the future of the green room. It's growing rapidly, and I'm excited. I can't wait.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm being in the green room. I just think it'd be, but then like it's just evolves, right? It evolves like I don't know. It's like a lizard when you cut its tail off, it just grows into a totally different tail, and you're like, oh man, that's pretty sick, right? But that's basically what's happening. It's like it's always just changing up into something different, right? So it's kind of cool. Into the comment feed I go, but there's some interesting things here. Just something directed towards me. Two actually directed towards me. I'm gonna have to read them real quick. This is Ernesto Chavez. Okay, this is directed towards Green Room. I love the Green Room, so cool. Thank you, man.
Yep.
Who else do we got here? Oh, I know who this is. I know exactly who this guy is. Okay, so Ernesto Chavez has one question. How do I set up alerts? So we talked about this 10 minutes ago. You know, the app alert that the person in the green room beat the bona fide hustler to an item. Crazy, right? How do I set up app alerts? First of all, download the app for Craigslist Pro or Craigslist whatever. Each one of those has an alert section where it says program the phone, which is, if you look at some of my bona fide lives in the past, it's like I have put one called Clone Yourself or something like that. It's where you basically build another hustler that looks at Craigslist every single like 15 minutes, right? You don't have the ability to look at Craigslist every 15 minutes, so why not program something to look at the exact keywords that you want it to search for every 15 minutes? So that's how you set up an alert. You get it on your app on your phone. Hopefully you have a smartphone, and iPhone, Android, doesn't matter. You know, they're for both devices, and you can get alerted to certain things while you're not even searching for it in real life, right? It'll just alert you. Like, I saw an ad with this. You better look at it. You know, it's kind of like that thing. Okay. Hot Halloween Props, who actually won the Blue Bonafide Shades from like a year ago in a video. Have fun in Austin, everyone. I'll be on vacation in Savannah, Georgia.
Wow.
In Tybee Islands, or I would have come down there. Sweet. Well, I've got my Blue Bonafide Shades, so probably going to have a lot of fun with that over there in Savannah, Georgia. I'm pretty sure that place is beautiful. Another thing. Oh, Kelvin Washington. BH, what app are you using for Craigslist? It's called the Craigslist Pro Plus app. Let me look at it real quick. So I have an Android phone, guys. Let me just pull it up right here. It's sitting right at the front page. So
Chris, you had a whole video about this in the past, too.
I did. But here, okay, so here's like there's the Hustle Cup in my phone right there. It's that one right there. You can see it right there. It's called, see, Craigslist Pro. That's what it looks like. All right, you can see my home page is pretty cool. It's got Twitter, Profit Bandit, Pages Manager, eBay, YouTube, Mail. This is definitely a hustler front page right here. Okay.
Do you mind if I interrupt for 1 second, Chris?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'd like to ask the viewers a question, and I know we ask them this once in a while. Sometimes we're unsure of if they like free stuff. I don't know.
Oh God! Oh no! Here goes Rakin. What are you gonna? Oh God!
I don't know. Do they like free stuff or not? I honestly don't know.
That was like the worst segue ever, dude.
Oh gosh.
God. That's what's so funny. Okay,
Chris, I'd like you to ask them. Ask them if they like free stuff.
Okay, do you guys like?
Well, you already did, man. Jeez.
Hey, whatever Rakin says, I have to relate to you guys. So go ahead, Rakin. Ask me what I'm supposed to ask them.
No.
Okay. Okay. Do you guys like free stuff? If you do, get with me, and I'll tell Rakin.
Okay. This is the deal, you guys. All right. We're going to do a little contest right now for a free copy of 101 Killer Clothing Brands, and that's a ebook that I released probably about 5 or 6 months ago, and it's 101 brands that you can buy and sell that make you money that I buy and sell all the time. There's a lot of information in it, but if you want to win that, all you have to do is go to my Facebook at Rake and Profit, and I just put a post. You've got to answer the question. It's the newest post, and the first one to answer it will win. So that's all you got to do. The post is already live. I'll leave a link to my Facebook page in the comment section. That's about it.
Uh-oh. All right, you watching it right now?
Yep. I'm trying to.
Oh my gosh. I'll read something out while you're doing that. Diver Chick 99. Hey Chris, just got your Flip That Shh book on my Kindle. I can't wait to start reading. Sweet. Kindle pricing on that book, $9.99. Go get it, guys. Katie Patton was talking about something here. I better go. Okay, first
Katie
of all,
Patton had a good point. Will the Green Room ever have a limited amount of members?
That's a good question. I don't see it having a limited amount of members. I see us really hiring a bunch of other admins to make sure that it's...
possibly we could allow access to some of the content, but then keeping a cap on the Facebook group. I don't know what we could do.
Yeah, we want it to be as big as possible, obviously, but we're going to be investing some money into moderators and all that stuff, because you can imagine anytime a representative population of anything comes into effect, there's always a sour apple here and there that is just like trying to destroy the whole thing. So we're going to have to make sure, and there's other uneducated sour apples that are just being just ridiculous, you know. So we're going to have to either, I mean, you got to think about it. If we're projecting the green room to get to like to 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 people one day, we definitely don't have the time to look at 4,000 posts a day or 2,000 or 100. We just don't have that much time to respond, pull, whatever. So we're gonna have to hire people to do that, and that's definitely in the future.
Hire picker moderators.
Oh yeah, we're
That'd be
gonna have
awesome.
to. But we have some really cool things down the pipeline, guys. Like, God, I really wish I could tell you guys, but there's some super cool things that are, and that's one of the reasons why it's another added benefit for the pickers coming into Austin in a couple of days is we're going to be hashing out a couple of these things in a business sense and talking to that web dude about exactly what we want. It's going to be interesting. I want to tell you so bad, but I can't. So yeah, that's the answer, Katie Patton. What did she say? I used FBA fines in the past, and most of the online stuff was sold out, plus the brick and mortar were non-existent. Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty cool. That's the FBA fines. Katie Patton, is FBA fines a site or is it a Facebook page? Let me know. Or is that something? I'm trying to figure out what that is. Ernesto Chavez says, "Hey Chris, I hope you enjoy the Hawaii hat." So this is pretty cool, right? I've built a relationship with just about everybody in the green room, and someone posted a picture of 20 trucker hats they found in a haul for dirt cheap. Man, one of these trucker hats spoke out to the bona fide hustler. I'm talking super spoke out. And I was like, "That is the coolest Hawaii hat ever." And he was like, "You want it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want it." And he's like, "I'll send it to you for free." And I'm like, "I don't." Just because I'm the bona fide hustler, just because I make videos, and just because they're entertaining, just because I've made you money too, it's like it doesn't mean you should never charge me, right? And I still gave the guy $10 for it. I thought it was just the coolest hat ever, man. It's probably gonna come in the mail right when you guys come in town. So, me wearing this cool hat that Ernesto hooked me up with, man.
Yeah,
so.
no, I thought that was cool, and then I forgot. I think it was Drew. I'm a huge 49er fan. I live here in the Bay Area, and he had taken some pictures of these 49er glasses. And it's pretty much the same thing. I was like, dude, I want that. I was like, pick them up for me, and he picked up all 5 and shipped them to me. I haven't received it yet, but I'm hoping to receive them any day now. But yeah, I mean, I paid him whatever he spent shipping that and buying it, and that's a cool thing about the green room. I mean, I didn't expect it to go that route, but people post something and you're like, oh man, I want that.
That's true, man. I didn't think I would ever be like that, but I was like, dude, this hat is so one of a kind. And I was like, it'd be cool if I could ever. And he just like, hey, you want it? I was like, dude, no way. I really want it.
I bought the Robert Kiyosaki cash flow game from somebody in the group.
Yeah, you did. Oh yeah. Holland Hobbies, that golfing place in Austin looks crazy. We don't have anything like that around here. Well, watch our videos, and we're definitely going to cover all the pickers coming into town and having fun. We're going to cover it through videos. So, guys, if you can't be here, man, it sucks, but we'll try to make these videos really cool for you and very entertaining so you guys feel like you're here with us. Tortoise Picker, are you guys listing and taking pics off your phone at all? I guess that's just a general question. Are you guys listing and taking phones off your phone, taking pics off your phone at all? I did it in the past, but for me, streamlining my business, it's in one of the chapters of my book, was just a huge, huge, huge thing to do. And so with that went that whole process. I don't do that anymore.
I would recommend doing it maybe if you're going to sit down and watch TV or something anyways. Like you could do it like as an additive thing, but not as like your main thing.
Okay. Here's Katie Patton giving us. Okay, here's something cool. Hey, you guys want to hear this real quick?
Yeah.
I don't know
Katie Patton said. Katie Patton says doing contests on Hangouts is against Google's Hangout policy, FYI.
Same for Facebook too.
Oh, yikes, man!
Yeah.
Macon, you are just living on the edge here, dude.
Yeah, man. What are you doing, Steve?
Man, I want to give the book away to someone. I don't care what Google has to say.
This is a pretty funny comment.
Larry Page.
Okay, so A.D. Carter IV, first of all, busted us on something. He said, "Did I miss the best finds of the week portion?" Oops. Okay,
no,
so we didn't get this week. We didn't get to it. But yeah, thanks for busting us, man. I was trying to see if I can get through it, but guess what?
Come on, real quick.
Okay, we can do it for A.D. Carter IV. Here's his other comments. It said, "I like big butts. I cannot lie." No, it says, he goes, "I mean free stuff." That's so funny, dude. I don't know why it's so funny. Okay, it's obvious because it's really funny. Never mind. Okay, best finds of the week. Why not? Let's do it. I'll start off real quick. So last weekend, I went hustling with Brock Parks from the Green Room. Just happened to move from somewhere in Texas down to closer to the Bonafide Hustler because he wanted to affect my business really bad. No, just kidding. Because his family was better over here. So anyway, allowed him to ride along with me. Why not? I don't care who rides along with me as long as you are emotionally stable. Hey, cool. And he's
What
definitely
about
emotionally. Yeah, no, hygiene good, emotionally stable, cool.
hygiene? Good.
He has one foot that's like shorter than the other, so he walks in circles, but it's not a big deal. Okay, I'm just kidding. That's totally true. Not true. So he's a really cool guy. Got an auctioneer license in Texas. Pretty knowledgeable about a lot of things already, right? I mean, I wouldn't say he's a beginner hustler at all. He's on his way. Just signed an antique booth in a close by town to here. And I'm just giving him all the tips about how to work this town, the town that I'm in, right? Like, I'm creating competition. It's okay. He's cool. He's in the green room. That's all right. I don't care. And we went hustling. And what did we find? We found a bunch of stuff. But I'll say the best find occurred. It was one of his finds, so I'm going to say it like that. We found an N64 with a ton of freaking games and 3 controllers, multicolored controllers. A ton for $20, including all those expansion packs. And one of the games was Super Smash Brothers or Smash Brothers already on N64. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? Oh my god. So that's a total home run hit. $20, the whole thing working and everything. So it wasn't my find, but it was his find, and I'm going to basically congratulate him on that. That was pretty awesome. And he put it down in the green room, and there was like all these comments about it, like, no way.
Oh, that was an amazing N64 haul.
That was just crazy, and I was there. I was witnessing it, and I don't know how it came about, but we were talking to somebody in the garage, and I was like all fixated on bikes and stuff like I always am. And then he's like, yeah, I think he might have said, like, do you have anything like maybe, video game related or whatever? And I was like, okay, and remote control car related, and I added on top of it. And then the lady was like, oh yeah, we got an N64 thing. I think it's old. I haven't played in like 10 years, and here it is in this box. And it was all these games. I was like looking at it like, oh my god.
All the winners, man.
Dude, I was like, just buy it. Don't even. And she goes, I was thinking like $20, and I was like, freaking just buy it, dude. Don't even try to talk it down because we're getting some really good deals anyway. Like, don't even mess with it. Just buy it because who knows who's behind us looking at us talking about this deal right now. Someone could just go, you ever had that happen in a garage sale? Yeah, when someone just goes, I'll give you 40 for that thing. And it's just like, seriously? That happened to me a couple times, and I was
Really?
Oh, dude. And I was holding a Ferrari jersey for like riding. It was sponsored by like Capo, and it had Ferrari logos all over it, and it was a bicycle bib, full-blown bib jersey, everything, man. It was like $5, and then the lady behind me was like, I had it in my hands, and I was about to pay for it, and the lady goes, $5, I'll give you 10. And I was like, 15. And she goes, how about 40? And I was like, huh?
What?
Yeah, like right there. And I was like, seriously? I looked it up. It was like $100 all
You guys are
day.
flexing.
In terrible condition, it was a $100 jersey. And I was like, at that point, I was like, either she knows exactly what this thing is, and I'm just not on the fly to get this information right in front of her to bid on her. But, dude, I was like, that made me mad.
Something with an eBay printout would never create a bidding war at a yard sale.
That's true. That's true. But I thought that was my most awkward moment. But then I pulled that on someone else like 2 weeks down the road. I was at a garage sale where there was a remote control car, and I was messing with it. And then if you read Flip That my book, there's a portion where it says, "Don't touch the item." Like, act disinterested, right? Don't touch the item. So I'm sitting here because I'm like, this is a really good deal on a remote control Hummer. So I was like, I'm not going to touch it, but I got as close as I could to it with my feet, and I was like, this is basically mine, right? And this guy is looking around my feet, looking at the car, and I'm like, seriously? And he's like, I pay you $25, and I was like, no, I already bought it from the guy. I didn't, but I was like, I already bought it. It's all good. And then that was it. I bought it because I was thinking about it, and when I was thinking about it, I was not touching it, right? And I was making sure the guy saw me thinking about it, so he'd go like, okay, how about 20, maybe 15? And that's usually what happens if you can sit there and think about it right in front of them. They'll actually drop the price for you at a garage sale. It's kind of interesting. Okay, so anyway, so someone tried to snake me, and then I re-snaked him, so had to. Sorry. Hey, Raken, anyone win the thing yet?
Yes, actually, the person who won this contest actually just won, if my memory serves me correct. They actually won Blazing Profits last time as well. So the winner is Zachary Pinace.
Pinace. Oh my gosh, this guy is unstoppable.
He is.
Okay.
being chased by the cops.
They're coming for you. Should have never had that
Yeah,
contest.
but congratulations, Zachary. Just get in touch with me. Send me a private message through YouTube or Facebook, and I'll send it right over to you.
Maybe that cop is part of the green room. He got an alert on CP's item, and he's just like flying through town just to go get it.
That's exactly what happened. Are we doing a item of the week segment? I got a flight to catch in the morning, guys. I got to get
Yeah,
out
I
of here.
started the item of the week. That's what I was saying. That was the N64 thing. So what is yours?
Mine was that MacBook Air. It's like a laptop that's like $800 on Amazon. I got it for $320. I'm gonna put about 100 of parts into it, and then I'm gonna use it, and I'm gonna sell my MacBook Pro.
Cool. And Raken?
Mine was at the half-off sale for Savers. 6 hours into the sale, I found at my third thrift store, I found 5 brand new with tag Orvis sport coats by Harris Tweed. Those are about 150, 200 bucks a pop probably. You got them all for 10 bucks each.
Nice, man. So you scored good on that. Young, what did you find? Did you go garage selling this weekend or anything?
I went for a little bit, because I was taking care of my antique booth. But what I found was actually, you know what? I can't even disclose this, man. This is I'll tell you something else that I found.
Wait, was the other thing a green room thing? Is that why?
No, I was gonna put it in the green room, so I don't want to disclose it, man. It's just
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, man. I just.
What's the other one? What's the other cool thing?
Oh, I just found a bunch of board games.
You're always
Here.
about these board games, dude. Seriously.
No, here, look. X-Men board game.
Oh, cool.
This one's used, and you guys know I don't normally buy used board games, but I did. I knew that this was worth a lot of money, and I just had to have it. And I did check it. Everything's complete. Yeah, I just found a bunch of board games. I just had a majority of them shipped out. So, yeah, no, I'm finding games all the time.
Cool. That's good, man. So, yeah. So, for add car to the fourth, now you can't bust us on the segment because we just did it. And, yeah, maybe next time. But I hope you guys learned something about those the findings of the week segment. It looks like some people out there are finding some cool things. Motorized medical scooter for $30, sold it for $330 on Craigslist. Oh my gosh.
Damn.
JH Destruction, that's crazy, man. Aaron Anderton.
I've been wanting to get into a motorized medical scooter, but I just haven't had the vehicle to move it or the means to like store it.
If you get a motorized medical scooter, College Picker, will you please make a video about it and just act like a really, really
Dude, I
dumb
might
on
load it
stuff.
up and drive it out to Texas.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
That's taking it a little far, brother. No, I'm just kidding.
Solar panel on it.
Dude, that'll take you like 2 years, man.
We got Kiana Boy, has 1970s Columbia Dream Machine ladies 10-speed bike, excellent condition except for original tires, so he needs to replace those. Can't find value, good score, paid $5. Probably worth about 60 to 80 in a bike-friendly town. Aaron Anderton, 2 Robert Graham shirts and a pair of diesel jeans. That's great. Hey, Robert Graham shirts, Raken, pretty good or not good? That's in your book. I know where you know
It depends. I mean,
Yeah.
most of them, the lowest you're probably going to get is 20, 25. The most, $100 to 200.
Okay. Cool Toad says, "Don't let anyone steal our great ideas." Well, I don't think anyone's gonna steal our great ideas. Okay, so, and what? Oh yeah, Leaf Vang. One last thing, real quick here. Where is it? Okay, how about a contest for a College Pickers guide? Next Green Room Hangout, College Picker. Want to give out one of your guides?
Maybe. I'll consider it.
Maybe. Okay.
I'll probably be giving out signed copies in Austin at a discounted price if people want it.
Are you serious?
Like the hard copy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm gonna print them out. I might print them out somewhere. I'm flying to Austin tomorrow morning, so I'll have to do it like sometime this week up at like a Kinko's or something.
Okay, fair enough. I know where Kinko's is in town, real close to my house. So happens to be the same place where you can drop off FedEx stuff. So even better for me. Okay, so we're at the end of the actual Green Room Hangout number 18. Really, guys, thanks for sitting here and spending an hour with us. Pretty cool. We've topped over 100 viewers many of the times here. Not that that really matters, but it's pretty cool that we have 100 people out there in the freaking world that are just listening to us. That's great. And I hope the entire show didn't come across as this like giant message, like you got to join the green room, you have to, twisting your arms and stuff. You know, we don't want to do that. If it makes sense to you, right? If it makes sense to you, and if you are one of the kind of people that understands the concept of investing in yourself, or the concept of maybe like a country club when it comes to golfing, it's kind of like that. Okay.
That's awesome. That's an
No,
awesome
it really,
analogy.
it really is. It's like a country club. It's like you almost pay to get in to hang out with similar-minded individuals and to improve your golf, right? Let's face it.
Eventually get coffee or drink beer like a country club.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're basically blowing up with just about everyone in there, and everyone becomes like your kind of weird family, right? But it's cool. So, you know, it's always an option, guys. Always think instead of just sitting there and yeah, researching on eBay is going to get you pretty good at a lot of things, but I mean, really knowing what sells out there from what people are finding in garage sales across the country and from thrift stores and seeing it, like, right, seeing it sell in other parts of the country, that's important, right? That shows you that this can be sold here, some there. And I like that kind of part about the green room. We're not just saying, we're not showing items that can never be found, that's for sure. We're not showing you art, paintings, none of that stuff. We're showing you things that you can find readily all the time. So anyway, and a lot of people are so proud in there about the things that they're finding because we have told them in either YouTube videos or in the green room to start looking for these things. People get so proud about what they find, right? Raking, especially clothing-related stuff. Man, people are crazy proud about their coats and like, God, I've seen so many crazy Filson and what is it, Filson and what am I thinking of?
CC Filson.
CC Filson. My God, people go crazy over that stuff and they're like, whoa, Raking, look, I found some CC Filson. Like, I can't believe it. And,
but sometimes my mouth starts to water. I'm like, oh, I wish I could find that.
Oh, there's so many crazy things. So, you know, what's really cool is that.
You just made.
What'd you say? I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're cutting out.
Dude, my internet's so bad. I'm sorry. The point you just made is actually a really good point. You said we don't do one-off items, which is this just clicked for me. It's true that we do very repeatable items, but when I'm on Reddit, it's normally one-off items, or on other Facebook groups, it is a lot of one-off items.
Yeah.
Like they're doing it more to brag than to educate, if that makes any sense.
Right. And so that's one of those things. Like we don't. I mean, that's the reason why, you know, I'm not really big on like the whole art thing or whatever. If we find some cool one-off things that have repeatable things, we're definitely going to tell you about that kind of stuff. So that's kind of the thing in the green room. Everyone's finding things that you can find all over the USA and part of the world too. So with that, I will let CP start wrapping it up, coming from the playground that he's banned from. CP, you want to start wrapping it up?
Yeah, give it to the guy who has the worst internet in the room.
I'm not saying wrap it up. I'm saying, do you want to start wrapping it up?
Yeah, start wrapping it up. Thanks for joining us on this beautiful evening. I actually really need to start driving.
Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Well, that's awesome. I'm the Bonafide Hustler. Don't forget to check out my book called Flip That. You know what it's called. The links are down all over the place. You'll find it everywhere. Don't worry about it. Just type in Flip That SH up, exclamation point T into Google, and you'll find exactly where you can buy it, or you can just look at every link everywhere. It's all over the place. So great book. Don't forget to join the green room if you want to. That's awesome. I'll toss it to Raken.
Yeah, thanks again, guys and girls, everybody for joining, watching, investing in yourself, spending your time to learn and whatnot. Appreciate you guys, all being positive and always, being helpful and whatnot. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next Green Room Hangout. But, yeah, see you guys later.
Okay.
Smash the thumbs up if you already haven't.
Yes.
Yes.
What was that?
Thumbs us up. Young.
Okay. Yo, yeah. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. We're going to be out in Austin in a couple of days. I look forward to meeting, hopefully, some of you guys. Come out to the meetups, coffee, golf, whatever. Come out, please.
That's right. They're going to be out here very soon. So all you guys in Austin, if you haven't RSVP'd with my religious Facebook posts that have been coming out for the past week, still try to meet us out there. It's not a big deal. I'll stop playing golf so you can play in my position or whatever, all that kind of stuff. So you can still show up last minute if you absolutely have to. But we have 2 meetups, so check out all of our social media channels and you'll figure out what those 2 meetups are. There's a Friday and a Saturday meetup for anyone who wants to meet us or anyone who wants to meet fellow Green Room members that just want to chit chat. Okay, with that being said, guys, we are out of here. Thanks so much for tuning in to us. It's really cool. So can't thank you guys enough. See ya. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.